Happy Saturday, guys. How important is training for your agency? Is it something that you really put a lot of energy and time making sure that each and every one of your agents that signed up with your agency is winning? Or you just hire an agent, give them a contract, introduce them to a lead vendor, and then you never hear from them again? Well, for a lot of you guys, the latter is exactly what happens. You join an agency group, but the training that they're giving you really isn't training per se. It's more of a mindset training, hoorah. But what I'm talking about training is someone that's going to be there showing you in real time how to sell these policies. That training is very, very important for all of you. I know when I started selling insurance, my managers, they'd go out in the field with me. And I had some really, really successful mentors that didn't have to go out and sell, trust me. But guess what? They would still go out in the field, knock on doors with me, and they'd show me exactly what made them successful. And that I respect. That's one of the reasons with my training, I show up every single day. For many years, I've enjoyed insurance residuals. For many years. But even though I have those residuals, I show up every single day, Monday through Friday. One, because I love what I do, and I love helping others. But again, let's talk about training. So, with our agency, we don't have thousands of agents right off the top. We're about 125 on this team. Not a whole lot of people. But guess what? Each and every one of these agents is showing up every day and placing business. And I believe that's better than if we would have 4, 5, 6,000 people where the majority of those people are writing 1, maybe 2 apps a month. Think about that. Think of your agency and look at the numbers. And what you'll find with most groups is, again, 80% of their people are not making money. And that's real common when you look at the MLM type of distribution for insurance. When you look at, how much money their agents are making or what they're reporting, and you find out again that a big, big percentage of people aren't even making $200 a year. Think about that. And why is that? Well, I believe it comes down to training the right people. When an agent comes into an agency and you have all of these products, which are good, IUL, term, mortgage protection, final expense, all of those products require training, education, and agents get spread thin. Too much information in such short amount of time, and the agents need to make money, and what happens? They fizzle out, and they go somewhere else, and the problem still continues. So how do we fix that? Well, as an agency owner myself, I make sure that every single one of the agents that's on my team, we're training. Myself personally, or any of our other managers that also train reps. And in my case, when I take on a new agent, okay, and they start with me, the first thing I have them do is commit to a month of working with me and to commit to 100 leads. That's right, 100 inbounds. If the agent is 100% committed, he can commit to that amount of leads. Besides, that's what you need to have success. And then once the agent does that, then he reports with me every day, Monday through Friday. And the first few days, The agent just gets to see me go to work, make sales, deal with clients, and they get to see me execute our process, our sales, our closings. The agent gets to see that in real time. Then once we get past a few days, I start working with the agent on their script, and we start making presentations. I start working with them on their closings, because again, what good is it to have a quality lead source if you can't close deals? And I see that every single day. We sell leads to other outfits, and we see their conversions. And also we see what their agents are doing wrong. And in most cases, most people that are on the phones are treating this type of product, final expense, more like an order taking, like they're selling auto insurance, and they're just burning through leads. So training is really important. You know, the days of hiring somebody, giving them a contract, hooking them up with a lead vendor, and then hoping to God they make it. For me, those days are over. The constant meetings of just mindset training. Well, you can only do so much mindset training. You can only build so many dream boards. You can only write your goals down so much. But if you're not taking action, and then on top of that action, you're being smart by training and learning how to do this, you're just going to fail. Most agents fail year one. And I believe, again, it's because of the lack of training from their agency managers that, again, are so focused on recruiting new people that the ones that they recruited, they don't have enough time to spend some time, show them their craft, not to mention get on the phones and sell insurance. And hey, if your way of doing business is hiring 1,000 people to sell 1,000 app every month, hey, that's all you. That's all you. That's what you think is the right way. Because that's what a lot of agency owners do. They mass recruit, and they're still making money because at the end of the day, they're at the top of that food chain. So they're going to make an override over all of those people, what they submit. But again, those agents aren't making money. They're not making a living. Not at all. And again, it comes back to training and showing. Every agent that's come on board with me this year, and even last year, we give them a 20% conversion ratio guarantee, meaning that if they follow my training step by step, word by word, method by method, they'll close 20%. Well, every single one that I've trained over the last year and a half have done over 20%. Not one agent has fallen under 20%. And what happens if you fall under 20%? Well, if you do, I'll give you freebies until you get to the 20%. And that's one way that we incentivize our agents to follow in our training and executing it. Because a lot of you guys have the training, and then you start nitpicking from that training. Not with us. So if you need someone that can show you, you need a trainer, give me an opportunity. I'll show you what I do firsthand. On Tuesday, I'll be back on the phones at 7 a.m. And my goal is to break my record for this past week. And this week I wrote 16 apps. And I'm going to shoot for 20 this coming up week, which is going to be a short week, but we got the leads to do it. So with that said, you guys enjoy your weekend. Be safe. And if you drink, don't drive. Peace.